How do you live off of fluctuating income? So the first part of it is know that your 9 to 5, the paycheck from your 9 to 5 is funding the escape plan, okay, if that is your end goal. So use that income strategically. One of the things that you will always hear me say, either in any of my talks or in the Facebook group or in the course group, eliminate debt. Like, your debt is the reason you are so dependent on a 9 to 5. That's why you get up and you're grumpy every Monday morning doing something you don't love, but you know you have to go because you got to pay the mortgage, you got to pay the car payment, you got to pay those credit card bills, right? Because you have that debt and it requires that paycheck, right? So the first and foremost thing is to eliminate debt as much as possible, like all of it. If you can pay that house off, pay it off. If you can pay those cars off, pay them off. It's okay that your car is 5 years old. Like, run that crap into the ground. Run it till the wheels fall off. Like, I'd rather have some maintenance fees than paying on a car for, another 5-6 years plus interest. Like that, there's nothing wrong with it, right? So eliminate debt. And that 9 to 5 is helping you to do that. So most people, when they get started, like I said, they're working a 9 to 5 and then they're learning how to trade. I'm teaching you how to make this money trading to also help you get out of debt, okay? So it's a 3-part system for trading 9 to 5. It's your trading, your income, and your legacy accounts, right? Your trading account is your workhorse account. It's where you're working the market to make those stacks of money. Use that to pay off that debt. Create a budget with your 9 to 5 income and the money that you're making from trading and pay off that debt. As you're making trades, assign each trade a job, the income from each trade a job. Say, when I make this money from this trade, that's going to the car payment, an extra payment, a principal payment on the mortgage, right? Pay off that debt. It's another payment for the credit card bill, right? While you're still doing your regular payments from the 9 to 5 paycheck. Because the sooner you owe no one, the money piles up. Like, what do you do with it then, right? You can do what you want with it at that point. But usually that is one of the key reasons people are like, well, my income can't change, because your debt isn't changing. The bills going outside of your home isn't changing. They're more than likely increasing. So if you can get to a point where you've eliminated all your debt, that is going to be at least 75-80% of your problem, okay? And then that brings you to knowing your base. So like for us, we have car insurance, we have lights, water, gas, the basics. Like, that's it. So we know our base. We know we need X amount of dollars to live off of, right? That doesn't include, the traveling, any extra that we want to do. What is our base to where we're not hungry, right? And we still have hot water and we still have lights. That we know our base, right? So then I know that's what I need to make at minimum every month. So when I go from a $6,000 month to a $300 month, it's not a big deal to me because I know what my base is, right? You've heard the term live within your means, right? Well, the same goes for summer. So just because I made $6,000 one month or I make $12,000, I'm not then going to say, oh, I can spend $12,000 this month. No. And that is, again, goes back to eliminating your debt. And when you're at a 9 to 5, most people are having an issue with that, living paycheck to paycheck, because they're spending all of their paycheck. They're spending the max of their paycheck. There's no buffer there, right? So that's all about knowing your base and then creating a cushion, okay? So for instance, if if everything's paid off, you only need $1,500, right? Creating a cushion will that's an emergency fund, right? That's when you're working a 9 to 5 or full-time, like the normal thing that you hear is an emergency fund. So you definitely want to have that emergency fund when you're building up to this trading of your 9 to 5. That is, you're eliminating debt, but then you're also going to build an emergency fund. Then also build a fund that is a cushion for you. So maybe you have your emergency fund. If something pops off and you've got to like get to your family because somebody's sick and they need you right now, or they're on their deathbed, or whatever the case may be, you can make that happen. That's what an emergency fund is for, all of that, right? But then you also have a separate fund that's a cushion for, that always has maybe your base income in it, right? Whatever you need to pay those bills, right? And then pay ahead. That's another thing. Pay ahead. So like having a $6,000 month, I can say my base is $1,500 a month, $2,000. Let's easy math. $2,000 a month is the base, right? When I have a $6,000 month, that doesn't mean I can now spend up to $6,000. No, that means I've got, this month is good, I'm paid for. So this month is good, next month is good, and the third month out is probably good too if I wanted to. So for the next 3 months, my debt, my bills, or not debt, my bills or whatever that I need, groceries, all of that is taken care of for the next 3 months. Or it could be the next 2 months, and then I take that additional $2,000 and we're setting it aside for a vacation, right? Or whatever the case may be. Making money from the stock market requires you to not only making money from the stock market, but just trading your 9 to 5, letting the stock market be your sole income, requires you to do more or be more attentive as to where your money is going, right? You can't live to the max of your income, right? And so with this planning and creating that buffer, eliminating debt, you're allowing yourself to live on your own terms without, being, without worrying about where your money is going. Here, Kenya says, is it okay to add money in the trading account monthly once we begin to trade? So Kenya's talking about in Trader 95, like I said, it's 3 account system: trading account, income account, and legacy account. So your trading account is your workhorse, meant to build the other 3. So at some point, Kenya, you're not going to want to continue to add money to your trading account, right? You're just going to use the money that's in there to keep making more and more money, right? And then you're going to fund it. Look at that blueprint or whatever in the course guide. You build it to $5,000-$10,000, something like that, and then it starts to flow to your income account, right? And your income account is where you're going to make the money to replace your paycheck with that trading technique that I taught you guys, right? And then from there, it flows to your legacy account, right? The income from those two, once you've maxed out your trading account and you've maxed out your income account, anything over that flows to your legacy account, all right? The way the income account is structured to help you kind of combat the fluctuation or kind of be able to move with that fluctuation of income is you make an average of 5% a month. And so that's going to be the month where you're going to make, maybe your average income that you want to make is the $2,000. Some months you're going to make $5,000. Some months you're going to make $2,000. Some months you're going to make $1,000, right? The months you make more than what it was intended, be smart with that money. That's either extra money that's added to your legacy account for long-term investments, or that's money that is set aside into your cushion. You know what I mean? Because you might get sick and you can't trade for a little bit, but then you have that cushion that is there. And don't forget, you're still going to have the actual money that's in your trading account and in your legacy account as well, if you ever have to, pull from that too. So it's all structured in a way to help sustain you and replace that 9 to 5. But it still requires you to be smart with your money. You can't come out here going balls to the wall and buying stuff and trying to be flashy and stacks the cash. Like, that is not what this is meant for, okay? Can you make a lot of money with this? Yes. But if you're not smart with it, you're going to lose.